What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic. Out here grinding once again, and want to thank everybody for rocking with us. We talked about this last night on the Boxing Clinic Facebook page, and it got a lot of traction. Because people wanted to see Terence Crawford become undisputed champion. I mean, people want to see Triple G become undisputed champion. Gennady Golovkin. I did, and for Terence Crawford, it's pretty much being ripped out from under him, and it's kind of really going to probably change his plans. So let's speak on it from the simple fact that on Boxing Scene, I try to give as much credit where I get my sources from. If I forget sometimes, I don't know, I just be forgetting, but I always try to give credit to my sources. I think that's very, very vital and important, and I got this shit up out the air. If you want article links, let me know. Put them in the description for now. But basically, Sergey Lipinets is a guy. I think he's 12-0, 10 knockouts. We'll talk about him in a minute. He the dude in the right hand ring. He's the mandatory for Julius Indigo's IBF belt. Okay, this is going to get confusing. Julius Indigo had an option if he beat Ricky Burns that I think one of those guys, I think it's Eddie Hearns, will promote his next fight, which is kind of a positive for him because I don't think he's with a major promoter. So that's good for him. But it was inklings after the Ricky Burns fight that he would have to give up the IBF belt. And now Sergey Lipinets' manager says that the IBF is probably going to back Sergey Lipinets to get his mandatory versus Julius Indigo. So if Terence Crawford and Indigo is supposed to fight, even without an HBO date, because HBO, like I said, hasn't been one to give Terence Crawford a lot of dates, whatever reason that is. Plus, Julius Indigo is unknown. But if they was possibly going to give Terence Crawford a quick turnaround day, this would be the fight because it'll be undisputed. He peaked over 1 million views versus Felix Diaz, a virtual unknown to the American public. Cool. But now the undisputed may be off the table because Sergey Lipinets will get his mandatory shot, which means if Terence Crawford chooses to elect to still fight Indigo, which probably makes no sense now, just to collect another belt just so somebody can take more sanctioning body fees out of his pocket and not be undisputed. It kind of doesn't make sense now. So the Indigo and Julius Indigo and Terence Crawford fight makes no sense now. So Sergey Lipinets, if Indigo and Crawford does elect to fight for whatever reason it is, because it makes no sense now. If they do elect to fight, that means Indigo would be stripped of the IBF belt, okay? And Lipinets will fight the next challenger the IBF proves to be the right one, I guess number 2, because he's number 1 contender. So either Julius Indigo is going to fight Sergey Lipinets, and Crawford is probably going to move up, which will be the logical thing. But the thing about that is, I talked about it last night on a live stream on the unboxing group. I mean, who would Crawford fight moving up to 47 on a quick turnaround? Let's say he turns around, and let's say now September, the beginning of September, the end of the summer. We know Mares and Leo Santa Cruz got one date, the week before Mexican Independence Day, which is cool. Crawford can just crush them, even though they did a good fight. Crawford, nobody wants to really see that fight, to be honest. So I was thinking about it. Like, if he doesn't elect to fight Indigo, which is a pointless fight if Indigo stripped at IBF, because IBF doesn't take step-aside money, for fighters. They don't do side deals from what I understand and what the people are telling me. But they do have a clause on their website and through their belt is for unification bouts. They make exceptions, so you can fight for a unification bout. So that's still in play. I don't know what it is. But Sergey Lipinets, he fired back at 7A Sports because some girl retweeted his video on Sergey Lipinets, and Lipinets said that my first 10 fights were way more impressive than Terence Crawford. I'm paraphrasing, and probably so. Judging by the record, he fought a tough 10 to 12 fighters. He did fight. True that. He fought a tough row of fighters, but I heard he's a pretty good fighter. Haven't seen him fight, but if we talking about Bud, and Bud does move up, somebody just commented me, said the only choice he got is Jesse Vargas. And because Top Rank doesn't work with Al Heyman a lot, especially with upper echelon fighters, like they work together with Top Rank and Felix Diaz, Al Heyman, like shit like that. Triple G, Dominic Wade, HBO, Al Heyman, smaller fighters that they don't think have a chance versus their fighters. But in a perfect world, I think the perfect step-up fight to 147 for Terence Crawford would be Lamont Peterson or Danny Garcia. I like Lamont Peterson. He holds an interim WBA title. Terence Crawford did call out Keith Thurman, okay? And what better way to get Keith Thurman by being his intern to his mandatory to his title? Makes sense. You could put Lamont Peterson and Terence Crawford at the MGM Harbor Bay, put Gary Russell with Tank, and Tevin Farmer, Anthony Peterson versus Linares on the undercard. But just a thought. We gone.